This is Rockslapping Champions. Player 1, playing Abathur. We have Chi. And player 2, playing Dehaka. We have Hell Power. So let's have a look at the masteries while the players get set up. Abathur is a level 0 Abathur. They do not have any mastery points and they are in the process of leveling. Dehaka is the more experienced player here. With a level 32 Dehaka, you've gone into, is that 6 points? 6 points and 5 points into Devour Healing and Devour Buff Time, 10 points into the Pack Leader Duration, and 10 points into the Gene Mutation. Dehaka is the more experienced player over here, and therefore he is demonstrating how to properly clear his expansion at the start of the game. And this is a very difficult maneuver. This is a very complicated, tough, extremely precise, requiring a lot of dexterity. And this maneuver is called Rockslapping. You can see that Dehaka is doing this perfectly, which is indicative of his co-op skill. I'm done with that. You can see that Abathur has put some toxic nests on the northern side of the map, and he is going to be ready to deal with his first attack wave while Dehaka clears his expansion. The other thing I have also noticed is that Dehaka is glowing yellow, which means that he has not allocated any of his skill points to his Dehaka. So we're going to see what his plan is. I think he's going to wait to see what the enemy composition is, and he's going to determine then, through his numerous months of experience playing co-op. Is it months? How long does it take people to get to like level 32? I don't want to say how long it takes me to get, because like people are going to be like, this guy's a no-lifer. But yeah, so we have an attack wave over here, and we can see that the attack wave is a set of vultures. This vulture is it indicates that it's going to be a classic mech composition. So these vultures are going to be there, and they're going to be a little bit annoying, and they're going to start attacking Dehaka's base. Dehaka has realized this, and he's going to move towards this one vulture, and he's going to slap it and slap it. And he misses his slap because the roach actually ends up kill stealing him. Now that Dehaka is done, he's gonna go back and make his way towards his expansion. He was very rudely interrupted by Amon, and he wants to continue slapping these rocks, and slapping the rocks he will. So we do have a little biomass ball there, so Abathur is gonna make his way and pick this biomass ball up. Production wise, Dehaka is actually not doing too bad. He's put down his Glavix Den, and he's going to be putting on his Morbars. This is a really interesting position. I've never seen the Glavix Den. I didn't even know the Glavix Den could fit over here. But, you know, this guy's an experienced Dehaka player. He can learn new things. And what is this upgrade? The fact that I don't even know what this upgrade is already tells you what I think about it. It's like, he's going for the Ravsaur upgrade. This is the one of the pools. He's going for both his Ravsaur upgrades right now, which is okay, I guess. It's pretty much in line with Rockslapping in general. And Dehaka has almost completely cleared his expansion. Well, not completely cleared, he's cleared his main expansion rocks, and the second attack wave is on the way as well. And Dehaka, we're going to see a very rare moment in co-op history, is that Dehaka solo clearing that one rock, and he is finally, at the 5-minute and 22-second mark, he has broken his main expansion rocks. And now, he has to clear. Is he going to clear his gas rocks? I don't even know if he's going to clear his gas rocks. Oh, he's not going to clear his gas rocks. Oh, no, he's decided that. Like, oh, no, wait a minute, I forgot something. Dehaka, by the way, has 1 kill. The rocks do count as part of your kill count, which is also kind of funny. So, Dehaka is not only clearing his expansion, but he's also building up his kill count. And this is why Rockslapping is a superior strategy. It adds kills to your Dehaka, and it clears your expansion faster, and it puts you on Starcraft2coop.com's YouTube channel on the Rockslapping Champions, and Dehaka is going to finally end up clearing these rocks out. So this roach is also okay right now. So Abathur already has his first Brutalisk out, which is nice. He's deep tailed his Brutalisk across here, so okay, he wants to put down some toxic nests to intercept an incoming attack wave that might actually spawn here. This attack wave could either split down this ramp, but this ramp has plenty of toxic nests. The other one could be spawning over here. So Dehaka has completely cleared his expansion with the help of his 2 lings. So what is Dehaka producing right now? He is producing a Primal Warden and a Primal Hive. He has 4 Primal Wardens out right now, and he is also putting down Doctrine's Den. So I'll tell you one thing, that this guy actually has not forgotten to build his Doctrine's Den. In 90% of the games, I forget to build my Doctrine's Den because I never use Doctrine. I know, Neo Metal is probably going to be mad at me, and maybe somebody else as well plays Dehaka. But I forget to build Doctrine because he's pretty much useless unless... He's useless for me unless I'm playing like against a ground comp, or if I'm playing on like Rest to Core Hall where I can like snipe the pirate ship. By the way, if you want to know how to do that, if you want to know how to cheese the pirate ship with Doctrine, there's a video on the Starcraft2Co-op.com YouTube channel that'll show you how to do that. So... over here, this Dehaka now is somewhat confused that he cannot actually slap these two shuttles. So he has dropped his Glavik, he has dropped 2 of his Primal Worms, and he does end up clearing out that first shuttle wave. Abathur has had to deep tunnel his Brutalisk across, and this Brutalisk is going to be duking it out with these 2 hybrids, and this Brutalisk actually is getting very, very low. It might actually get killed off by this hybrid if he's not careful. There's a little bit of an eatability, and there's finally now a man that gets used, and the Brutalisk is going to heal up a little bit, but it cannot fight against these hybrids. A few more Toxic Nests get dropped here, and unfortunately, because Abathur is not at mastery level, he doesn't actually get a lot of value from his Toxic Nest, because his Toxic Nest damage is not really as much. Dehaka has joined into the fray, and he's gotten his Healing Aura ability, and he still has some more stat points. He drops a Morvar right on top of this to try and kill off these hybrids, which is, I guess, okay. Finally, Dehaka has killed off the 2 hybrids that were harassing his allies' base, and his army of 3 Zerglings are on the way here. The Science Vessel is going to start getting attacked by Amon's forces because no one has cleared this side out. So we have 3 Vikings. The Vikings are going to land. 3 Zerglings move towards this bunker, and they also end up dying, and this one is getting so much value right now. And finally, we have a few Overseers as well here that are drawing a little bit of aggro, and now we have a harass wave. There's also going to be an attack wave on the back line here, and these raids are going to end up being cloaked, but Abathur has already realized that he has some Overseers in the mix here, and now Morvar has ended up despawning. So all there's left now to deal with is these 2 hybrids and the 1 Wraith here. What does Dehaka produce? Dehaka is not getting anything right now. He's producing nothing. Abathur is getting his Ravager upgrades, and he's getting the armor and the shield upgrades as well. That's armor and the shield upgrades. He's getting the attack and the armor upgrades for his army. Now, generally speaking, the armor upgrades don't really provide that much value. I usually say this a lot on Rockslapping Champions, but also on the game spotlights. Do not go for your armor upgrades unless you have a very good reason to do so. And there's a video actually on this channel as well that explains why the armor upgrades are not as useful. Check that out as well and give you those sweet view counts. Now, Dehaka has spawned Doctrine, so he has cleared out this shuttle wave, and now there's an attack wave that is, again, unfortunately harassing Abathur. Abathur is facing a little bit of a hard time, but he's now keep telling his Brutalisks across, and this time his Brutalisks will be able to deal a good amount of damage, and they'll be able to take on these hybrids without really too many problems. Unfortunately, those symbiotes are not really providing as much value as they normally would. There's a nice pullback here to just split the damage on his Brutalisk and get his healthy Brutalisk to just tank some more of the damage output from Amon, and he's finally cleared out that side. And he also has a bunch of queens added to the mix. Dehaka is producing seven Ultralisks right now. Those are Ultralisks, right? I saw some Zerglings here, so I kind of got confused with that. And he's also... okay, he's queued up... what is he... he's queued up Mutalisk upgrades, he's queued up Primal Roach and Primal Igniter upgrades, but I cannot see a single Primal Roach or Primal Igniter. He's gotten his Tyrannosaur upgrades as well. So what does he have on his unit count? He has 13 Zerglings and 7 Ultralisks, which are not Primal Igniters, and they are not Primal Roaches, and they are not Primal Mutalisks. So I'm not sure what is going on there with Dehaka. Yeah, we have the Ravager upgrades coming up, and we have the air upgrades as well coming up for Abathur. And now, Dehaka wants to launch an offensive against Amon's base, and he's going to be charging right in here. And he's made a bunch of Ultralisks to try and deal with some of the ground forces, but there are Battlecruisers over here, and these Primal Roaches are going to be, not the Primal Roaches, but the Primal Ultralisks are going to be jumping in, and they're just going to get focused down by the hybrids, and Dehaka also ends up devouring one of the Battlecruisers, but those Primal Ultralisks have nothing to deal with against the Thors and the Banshees and the Battlecruisers, and that is pretty much all of Dehaka's army just thrown away right there for no apparent reason, and now Dehaka gets focused down by the rest of Amon's forces and Dehaka gets wiped out. Over here, Abathur is left to defend against this shuttle spawn. He uses Dehaka uses a Glavik here, but there's an attack wave that is right on top of his base. Abathur does end up deep tunneling his Brutalisk across to help his ally. He is being a good co-op player. He's going to be helping this flailing ally a little bit. And we also have a bunch of spine crawlers here that are going to be stalling the attack wave just a little bit, but that's not going to be enough. And we also have a Mulist here that is getting harassed by a bunch of Wraiths. So Abathur has deep tunneled his Brutalists across here. These Brutalists will clear out the Hybrid Reaver that is attacking the Spine Crawler, and we have a bunch of Leviathans now as well, or at least one Leviathan out for Abathur. So he's rushing his ultimate evolutions, trying to get some more of this value. Production-wise, Dehaka has stopped production. He has lost 7 Ultralisks, 5... he had Hydralisks, or those might have come out actually from Glevig, and 16 Zerglings and 1 Dehaka, and he has stopped spy. And now he has a bunch of Mulists that are trying to attack into this bonus area here. Murvar gets dropped, and Murvar will do a will finish clearing out the second bonus objective area without any issues. And where is Dehaka? Dehaka is still chilling over here, reminiscing about the good life that he had before he was very brutally slain by a bunch of battlecruisers. We have now a double shuttle spawn that has spawned, and now we have the harass wave. But there are some very nice toxic nests here for Abathur, and Abathur will actually get a good amount of value for these toxic nests and be able to pick up some biomass as well. There's a ping here from Dehaka. Dehaka telling his ally, "Don't worry, I got this. Go and deal with this wave." And Dehaka sends his Mulisks right into the enemy base, and those Mulisks do end up getting wiped as well. Dehaka has 1 Mulisk left right now. He has 4 Ultralisks somewhere, and that Mulist is going to jump right in and end up dying to the enemy forces here. And we have Glavik again. Glavik getting used over here or Dakran getting used here, but there's nothing to help Dehaka deal with this shuttle spawn. And he does end up trying to use his Greater Primal Worm, but that gets completely disabled by the Tuna Fish Hybrid. Finally, Abathur has deep tunneled his Brutalisk Glass after clearing out the shuttle spawn. I think maybe at least some of these shuttles will actually end up surviving and escaping. I think maybe 1 or 2 shuttles may have escaped during that time. We can actually see that right now because I added the thing to the observer interface. Yeah, so we have 2 shuttles that have escaped out of the 5 that are left before the game becomes GG. And now we have a shuttle, and now we have these Ultralisks over here. Where are these Ultralisks going to go? They are accompanied by Dakran, but Dakran has to go away and take a nap now. And where are these Ultralisks going? They are going to try and push into the siege tank line, which again may not be too wise. I mean, this guy is lost and he's just trying to aggro this SCV. What is going on over here? These Ultralisks are getting hammered by the Banshee, and that one just gets completely murdered by the Thors and the Battlecruisers there. And okay, so he didn't want to push into this side. He wanted to push into this. Why is he pushing into the enemy base here? All those Ultralisks have also ended up dying. 11 Ultralisks have died so far, and 5 Mulists of Dehaka. What is Dehaka producing? Nothing. He is producing absolutely nothing. How is his... Okay, he has a bunch of Zerglings now. He has another wave coming up. He is the Swarm, and Dehaka is going to be sending an army of Zerglings to Ultra. This is going to send them right into this wave here. There's going to be an attack wave that'll spawn. There are a few toxic nests here that will deal a bit of damage to the attack wave, but now the Zerglings can't really do anything against the shuttles or the Tuna Fish Hybrids that are accompanying this wave, so those Zerglings are pretty much all goners. A few Hydralisks have been added to the mix as well. These Hydralisks are okay, but again, not enough. There are Banshee, there are Cloaked Banshees, and there are Tuna Fish Hybrids, and now these commanders have to try and deal with this shuttle wave as quickly as possible. We have a bunch of Corrosive Biles, and you can see the value of those Corrosive Biles, pretty much one-shotting the entire wave of shuttles. All that is left now are a bunch of Banshees and a bunch of Tuna Fish Hybrids that will end up getting killed off as well very quickly. Abathur has reached the point in the game where he needs to be at, which is getting his Ravagers. His Ravagers are absolutely insane. And now that Dehaka knows that his Abathur ally has gotten everything pretty much covered, he's going to try and push again into Amon's base. Again, Battlecruisers just throwing Yamato Cannon after Yamato Cannon onto these Ultralisks. Ultralisks dying. Dehaka left to fend by himself. He is not going to back away from a fight, and he's going to end up getting wiped again by the Battlecruisers and Amon's army. Abathur is being a little bit wise and not actually choosing to attack here. This is the first time I've seen... I didn't even know Abathur's queens could drop regular creep tumors. Like, I use Queen before anyone like starts making fun of me. It's like, I use Queens, but I never use a Creep Tumor ability. There's some more Battle Cruisers here. Abathur's pretty much got discovered. He'll be able to clear out the bonus objective area and pretty much get all 3 bonuses pretty much covered. There is another wave here. What is Dehaka producing right now? He's producing 2 more Ultralisks. He's queued up his Primal Guardian upgrade, he's queued up his Creeper Host upgrade, and he's queued up his other Primal Guardian upgrade. And he also has an army of Zerglings that are just all... What is going on? He's gotten pretty much all his upgrades, but he's not using pretty much all of his units. And now we have a bunch of Lings that is going to try and intercept the attack wave. And I don't know whether you can tell, but Ling anti-air damage is not very high. They have a total of 0 anti-air damage, which means that they are probably going to get completely killed off by the attack wave. The attack wave gets intercepted by Abathur. Corrosive Biles on top of that attack wave completely deletes that attack wave. We have a Glevic that is just duking it out with the Tuna Fish hybrid, and that Glevic ends up dying as well. These Zerglings now are just looking up at the sky and being like, oh, I wish I had someone to throw me up into the air so I could actually kill this stuff. So Dehaka now has realized that he can't actually deal with the shuttles. He's going to deal with Amon's base, and he's going to aggressively push in and try and kill the forces of Amon. He's actually won that fight, which is kind of funny. Dehaka is a little bit behind with his army of Ultralisks here. These Zerglings have actually done a good amount of damage with the help of Morvar. Morvar has now despawned, and now Abathur is turning his eye towards Amon's base, and now he's going to start charging in. Ultralisks are on the front line, which is okay. These Ultralisks will get attacked by some of the Banshees here. And the Ultralisks are actually going to end... One Ultralisk dies. I think the other one is also going to end up dying if it does not get out of the way here. Abathur has backed out right now, so that Battlecruiser is like, okay, I will just kill you very, very quickly, because the Ultralisk is dead right now. And we have another shuttle spawn that has spawned over here, and that just take a little bit out of the Corrosive Biles, just Abathur just deleting everything. There's gonna be a spawn here, very nice toxic nest right on the bottom here. It will kill off some of the units, and now Abathur's Ravagers are in position to drop some more Corrosive Biles, just raining on top of Amon's army and wipes out pretty much everything that is there. Few more Lokis over here, but Abathur's Ravagers will have no problems dealing with that. And where is Dehaka? Dehaka is nowhere to be seen. Did Dehaka die? I think Dehaka died again. He's sending his Ultralisks over here to try and deal with the shuttle wave. But again, these shuttles are not they're flying. They're in the air. You can't hit them. And you know, lots of Yamato cannons coming down, but that's not really an issue anymore for Abathur. So yeah, Dehaka's army is just getting Yamato to oblivion. More Ultralisks dying right here, and we have again some more Battlecruisers, and they're just going to start attacking Ultralisk after Ultralisk. Abathur's army is finally in position. Dehaka has lost 92 Zerglings, 9 Ravagers, 21 Ultralisks have died as a result of just randomly pushing into Amon's base. But those are all the shells cleared, and that is GG.